Hey everyone, it's MJ, and the pen is mightier than the sword. So I talked to you earlier about how they're getting used to wearing the tech, then they're gonna put it inside you. Well, they just came out with some contact lenses for Apple iPhone. It's just crazy.
For years, Hollywood has teased our imaginations with different types of augmented reality devices.
Whoa.
Most of them are glasses, but some companies want to take that concept a step further and put the metaverse directly on your eye with something like this. With this electronic contact lens. These are soft contact lenses designed with solid components and circuits into the hydrogel. The idea is the lenses would work with your phone or another dedicated mobile device to show you a heads-up display.
You'll be able to see things such as what is the speed limit on this road, what direction am I heading, the overlay aspect of the metaverse, of the real world. But then there's the immersive aspect where you'll be able to also have display that literally takes over your entire retina in both eyes, as if you had Oculus goggles on. There's a huge market in the very beginning for this device to help people that are going presbyopic with their aging eyes. So you don't have to wear multifocals or readers anymore. You'll be able to have the ability to see close-up items or myopic or presbyopic applications without having to wear any readers or glasses. You'll be able to tune your vision, so to speak, with a mobile device. But when you compare some of the things that have become acceptable in the human body that are electronically based, for instance, pacemakers, other implantable devices, as well as the intraocular lens technology, which for cataract surgery, replaces your entire crystalline lens. There's a lot of things that people are willing to do to improve their visual experience. And I think that once they put on the lenses and they feel that they are comfortable and that they feel very much exactly like what they're used to wearing, then I think they'll realize that there's not a boogeyman behind the lenses. And the electronics that will be in the lenses are of such a small scale that we believe that there will be no issues with that, because it's fully encapsulated into the contact lens and then coated. The electronics are coated themselves inside the contact lens.
So they're getting you more and more used to wearing the tech and put it inside you too.
Nu är jag inte rädd, för det känns som att vi inte är där än kanske med tekniken att chip hackas på det sättet. Och nu använder jag det bara till mitt jobb och mitt gym. Men i framtiden kanske man får tänka en gång till. Men då kan jag alltid ta upp det.
Might just have a hand in shaping the future. The CEO of vending machine maker 3 Square Market literally opening doors with automation that's turning some workers into high-tech machines of sorts.
This is a lot more than just some sort of novelty to you.
It is. It's reality. With all of the interest we've seen in it, I can tell this is definitely the future.
By injecting a rice-sized microchip into a willing employee's hand, all kinds of data can be programmed into them, from driver's licenses and medical ID cards to logging onto computers.
You have to hold it up to something such as this.
Even purchasing snacks in the company break room. More than 50 employees have volunteered.
How much did that hurt?
Didn't really hurt a lot.
A third holding off for now.
It kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Some experts suggest caution. Among the concerns, ID theft, health, and whether the chips can be tracked by GPS.
Most people don't really understand how this technology works, what data is collected, how it's stored, or who might be able to get access to it legally or illegally.
3 Square says their employees cannot be tracked by satellite. Melissa Timmons was skeptical, but is now chipped.
Yeah, right now it's only to buy a candy bar and get in our building, but there's a lot more that's going to be coming with it.
Chips off the new block.
I'll choose to pay with my hand here.
Cool and technology once again hand in hand. Ron Mott, NBC News, River Falls, Wisconsin.
Hey, NBC.
Ah, 007.
Q.
Please excuse the mess. Everything's a little bit up in the air, what with the changes and all. Couple of things to get through. Shall we get started? Just relax. That's it, lovely. Now, you may feel a small... Christ! Prick.
What is it?
Cutting-edge nanotechnology. Smart blood. Microchips in your bloodstream allows us to track your movements in the field. You see those readouts? We can monitor your vital signs from anywhere on the planet.
That sounds marvelous.
Call it a post-Mexico insurance policy.
As if the chip wasn't enough, they also have the tattoo, the quantum dot tattoo, or the digital ID as they call it.
The researchers showed that their new dye, which consists of nanocrystals called quantum dots, can remain for at least 5 years under the skin, where it emits near-infrared light that can be detected by a specially equipped smartphone. Several years ago, the MIT team set out to devise a method for recording vaccination information in a way that doesn't require a centralized database or other infrastructure. Many vaccines, such as
Can tattoos embrace technology in order to make the skin interactive? The dermal abyss presents a novel approach to biointerfaces in which the body's surface is rendered an interactive display. Traditional inks are replaced with biosensors whose colors change in response to variations in the intestinal fluid. The pH sensor changes between purple and pink, and the glucose sensor between blue and brown. The sodium and second pH sensor fluoresce at a higher intensity under UV light. The dermal abyss creates direct access to the compartments of the body and reflects inner metabolic processes in the shape of a tattoo. It could be used for applications in continuously monitoring, such as medical diagnostics, quantified self, and data encoding in the body. Preliminary evaluation was done in an ex vivo pig skin model. Several injections in the skin were done in order to understand the visibility and functionality of the biosensors. In the same way that the wearables industry is integrating fashion practices into their development, we envision new participation between the biotech companies and skin professionals, such as prosthesis experts and tattooists, in order to embrace the idea of human-device symbiosis.
We were able to develop a silver nanowire ink that allows conductive traces to be printed immediately. So there's no post-processing that's required. That allows for printing on a leaf or on human skin or various different delicate biological substrates. So in our lab, we have arrayed various different inks made out of nanomaterials. That allows us to print electronic devices specifically for biomedical applications.
We have new collaborations we've developed with folks from the medical school here at Duke. These are trained clinicians, active doctors that know where their needs are. And that's exciting. It's exciting to be able to do things that have near-term translation potential.
So low cost, highly customizable printer and substrate and inks are all required to achieve that.
That's right.
City is stunned by the sudden rollout of Rook Unlimited's most fantastic device ever. The Smart Mark. Throw your other devices away, because the Smart Mark is more than just a phone. It's part of you. Use it as cash. Book your travel. And even shoot video. Distribution points are all over the city. And don't let the lines discourage you. The Rook Unlimited Smart Mark is worth the wait.
I never realized how wonderful technology could make me feel. The Smart Mark has brought order to my life.
And the best part? It's absolutely free. A gift of thanks to our city from Rook Unlimited.
23% of the population has been given the Smart Mark, number 1.
Time to test our system, number 6. The Flex Fighters are out there somewhere. Teaming up with Jonathan Rook, let's put our new recruits to work, subtly.
We should find the Flex Fighters.
I ought to find the Flex Fighters.
We should find the Flex Fighters. We should find the Flex Fighters.
Growing up in this city, the streets of Old Town, I saw the worst mankind had to offer. Chaos, disorder. I vowed to make it all change. To make it all better. All these years working in secret. Rising up the ranks of the tech men. It was all leading to this day. Order has finally been established in Charter City. No child will have to fear for their safety again.
The people owe you the greatest of debts, number 1, for liberating them from the chaos of their lives.
You guys love new tech. You didn't want to get smart marked?
No way. That's clearly some shady biz. Who wants to be...
You call yourself a man of science. World order is our destiny. Submit to a smart mark and join the glorious victory of order over chaos, or you will be eliminated.
Grandpa, Mr. Savick, where is everybody?
They all went to get those foolish new devices.
What? No, they can't. Grandpa, those things are dangerous. It's a conspiracy. Mind control.
I knew it!
3 hours is enough time for us to get to our families. Maybe we can stop them before they get marked.
They seem to be establishing checkpoints of some kind. This is how they keep order.
This is the nightmare I warned you about. People think smart marks are brand new Rook tech that will improve their lives. They don't know they're being tricked.
All smart marks so far. But your chip makes it possible to control everyone in Charter City, whether they're marked or not.
And don't forget the nanotechnology in medicine.
Once they bind to the cancer cell, they're taken into the cell. They can't pass through the surface. Instead, part of the cell surface forms a pit, and then it engulfs the nanoparticle. Now we are looking inside the cell. Cellular proteins wrap around the vesicle and drive it inside the cell. You can now see a vesicle carrying the nanoparticle moving towards the very center of the cell. The vesicle carrying the nanoparticle travels further inside the cell and then fuses with a compartment called an endosome. This is part of the digestive system of the cell's stomach. The inside is acidic, and its job is to digest incoming material.
As I gathered from the victims of the funeral.
This is the funeral of one of the dead Spectre agents from Cuba.
And here are the members of their family who made physical contact with the corpse. We found Heracles in the blood samples of all of them. What are they?
They're nanobots. Microscopic biorobots that can enter your system by the slightest contact with your skin.
Programmed with DNA to target specific individuals, passing through people harmlessly before reaching its intended target.
Well, since it's DNA-based with further modifications, yes. Single nucleotide variants and polymorphisms that could target a range from individuals to whole ethnicities. Infect enough people,
and the people become the weapon.
Infect enough people,
and the people become the weapon. How do I get this off?
Oh, you can't. Nanobots aren't just for Christmas. Once Heracles is in your system, it's there forever.
Stay vigilant, my friends, and God bless.